Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update what I decided to play for my league starter. I decided to go with an Ignite Fireball Trickster, and I have to say it is going really smooth. Probably one of the most easiest and smoothest leveling experience I have had so far in Path of Exile. Um, I was mainly using Fireball on a free link for most of the time. Fireball with Ignite Proliferation or Elemental Proliferation if you haven't reached level 38 yet. Same with lesser multiple projectiles swapped out for greater multiple projectiles when you hit level 38. And just with these two spells, with these two gems, which don't really add any damage, Fireball was the clear was amazing. The damage was amazing. Even against bosses, it was well enough for the campaign acts. Even now on a 4 link with just added deadly ailments and ignite proliferation for the more damage multiplier with ignite, it is going really smooth. For single target, I am using, I'm dropping a Scorching Ray spell totem down for the fire exposure, and for the single target, like everything so far just popped up in an instant with Val Fireball paired with Val Flame Blast. You just use these two skills and everything dies in an instant. So let's take a look at my gear. So far, I am using this helmet, which I found leveling. For the links, there is a spell totem connected to a Scorching Ray, a faster casting, and an elemental army support. I found this chest while leveling. It doesn't actually matter. You can just drop this out. It's just nothing special. Yeah, very just generic stuff you pick up while leveling, nothing really too crazy. Nice fire damage ring, which is scaling our ignite even further. Yeah, a little bit of resist life. Gloves. For the links, I am using Orb of Storms. With a curse on hit, flame ability, and increased critical strikes. I am using this to proc our elemental overload, which is really nice, especially with the increased critical strike support gem. We are getting elemental overload like maybe up 95% of the time. A little belt I found also by leveling is really cool so far. Yeah, the boots don't matter, I've just have them for the links. Fireball, Ignite Proliferation, Deadly Aimants, and Greater Multiple Projectiles. I bought this shield very early in the league for 1 Chaos, just because it has the fire damage modifier, which is really good to scale our ignite damage and a little bit of resistances. I have got in here just Malevolence, Flame Dash, and Summon Flame Totem. Nothing special. We are using Malevolence for the more damage over time as our only aura skill. Besides that, we are using two summon flame golems, which I will go into detail later in the video. And while leveling, I've found this scepter, which is really good. I found this off of a Blight encounter from a incursion chest, which has the Topotantes prefix modifier, which gives a lot of fire damage. So this is the only really good piece of my gear so far. Very generic flasks, just onslaught for more movement speed, a sulfur flask for increased damage. Yeah, nothing really special. So this is the skill tree. So far, we are looking to pick up increased elemental damage, increased damage over time, and where is it? Fire damage over time multiplier, because all of this stuff increases our ignite damage. So here's the tree, nothing too crazy. We are using Elemental Overload, just as I said. We are proccing this with Orb of Storms, like 90% of the time. I am using 2 Rolling Flames, which are going for maybe 1C right now, just because of the increased radius to Fireball. For the Ascendancy, I did go with Patient Reaper first, just because of 50% increased damage over time is a lot of damage early on for your first lab. And a huge quality of life bonus is the Recover Life on Kill, Energy Shield on Kill, and Mana on Kill, so you don't have to worry about any like mana issues or anything. Just maybe when it comes to a boss fight, but yeah, you have a mana flask for this. As of right now, I'm probably switching this out. What I wanted to talk about in general is, not in general, but in specific, is these 3 nodes, which I think they are pretty broken for a 3-pointer. 20% increased effect of buffs granted by your golems for these 2 nodes, and then another 30%, plus you can have a maximum number of golems. It increases a maximum number of golems, and it gives 20% increased damage while you have a summoned golem. So if you are using 2 summoned flame golems, which roughly grant 20% increased damage, I have calculated this with that the golem gives 20% increased damage. So these 3 nodes with 2 golems up give 88% increased damage, which I don't think you can get anywhere on the tree for this build. So these 3 nodes, pick them up as soon as possible. These are really, really good. So when you are traveling up here to pick up this fire cluster, take these nodes. I guess this is pretty much it. What I want to go for next with the passive skill tree, I want to travel down here, pick up these life nodes, go around here, pick up Divine Judgment. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.